Thank you. Hi,
こんにちは。
はい。
I'm Matthew
こんにち
Mahler
は。
with MovieWeb.
マックス。
It's a pleasure to speak with both of you. You are legends. This is a
ありがとうご
ありがとうご
ざいます。
ざいます。
delightful show. Judy, your performance as Noriko is
あ、
phenomenal. It's so such
ありがとうございます。
a real woman. It feels like someone I've known. Uh, what qualities about her story or her personality interested you?
のりこは、京
Noriko is a genuine, traditional Kyoto woman from a Kyoto family. So this Sakamoto family is really an old family of Kyoto. So in the beginning of the story, we hear about the plane crash and maybe her son has died. And so that's very shocking. And she, Noriko, is jealous of this woman who's stolen her husband, her son, sorry. And this daughter-in-law is American, all-out American.
まず
So
は
she's
本当
kind of angry about that. But she's so shocked about her son dying, and also Suzie is too. So they're both very lonely and panicked. But there's always friction between these two women. And the more seriously we played those scenes, it became very comical as well, because we're playing it so seriously. But it did bring out the humor, though, and it was very rewarding character to play.
I think your line, "Don't let your daughter eat your eggplant," really summarizes that so much. Yeah, and June,
そうですね。
everything,
はい。
everything you're in, June, you make better. It's a delight seeing you delivering this
ありがとうござい
robot.
ます。Thank you.
What was
Thank
it
you so
like
much.
to work with the robot? It's such an interesting setup they did in this production.
いや、僕自身実は、この仕
Actually,
事
for myself, before going into getting this role, I wanted to be an engineer. I'm very interested in mechanics, and so, of course, I've never made a robot in my life, but I think that this world that has robots in it, I think that's very fun just to think about that. And we had Sunny this time, and I acted with this creation, but this was a new experience for me. But strangely enough, I know that it's a robot,
ってるのに、
it's not human, but still, sometimes I feel like the communication is working so well that it becomes so natural, and it's fun to communicate with the robot. That was a very strange and rewarding experience.
Did you feel the same way, Judy? You have that wonderful scene where you're drinking and playing a game with Sunny. Did you feel the same way as June?
あのシーンはすごく特別でした。
That scene was very special. I was really interacting with Sunny, and Joanna is doing the Sunny's voice and expressions. And I really felt like we communicated in that scene. There's a scene where Sunny smiles and laughs, and I just smile because it's like it's living. It really has life. I was very drunk, though.
It's a great scene. And this
ありがとう。
this show, it's a Western production, but it feels very lived in. It's understanding, like you said, of traditional, maybe Kyoto routines and habits. Does it feel like it reflects Japan to you, either in the way it uses technology or the way it addresses robots and loneliness too? I guess starting with June.
いや、まさにそう思います。は
I
い。
do think that, yes. And as you said, it has all that culture of Japan, including the mannerisms, and that's depicted and researched, very well researched. I think I didn't feel anything strange or peculiar. Reading the script also, I never felt anything was out of place, and that's amazing because Dark Manual, the original story, O'Sullivan wrote that, Colin, he lives in Akita Prefecture in Japan. So he knows Japan, he's lived in it, he knows it very well.
と研究し
And
て
that's why I think the script is from that. So it's well researched. And when you see this show, there's a seeing is believing, we say. So you see the beautiful landscape of Kyoto, the architecture, and all the traditions. And then there is a comedy aspect, but at the base is very, very genuine and authentic, and things that I learned for the first time too.
It's very human ultimately, even though it has the robots. My final question, while I have you, Jun, it's the 25th anniversary of Kill Bill, and is there any memory from that production? I'm not sure if that was the last Western production you've done or not. It's such a special film. If you had any memory from
あ
that.
りがとうございます。キルビルに関して言えば、
About Kill Bill, actually we shot it in Peking, a studio in
首を
Beijing, Peking. My head gets chopped off, and after the chop, the head. Of course, the artist, there's someone who makes those things, and so the head that rolls, and then Lucy is carrying the head, and there's a close-up of that head. And of course, that's very well made, that's really, because it has to be in close-up. So it looks like my face, it looks like my head. So there were two heads, actually, that
前に、
were created. And Lucy, before the shoot,
そういうものが
she
持
was
て
a
ない
little ill, and she couldn't hold anything heavy. So the close-up head was the same weight as the actual head, it would weigh. So it was very heavy. And the one that rolls from my head is very light. So, I mean, they made this head really very, very real, but we did the close-up with the lighter head, so that's supposed to be raw. But actually, it was very
というのが
real, my head. So that's the thing I remember about that production right now, that we made that, the head and it wasn't used.
It's unforgettable. And as are both of you, thank you so much for discussing this today. I appreciate you.
ありがとうご
ありがとうござい
ざいます。
ます。Thank you so much.